Yeah, right. It is another Sunday and it is not your usual Sunday because it's a special moment because this time it's slated for a very important show, and that show is the reason why you are here. What is this about? We are on the Sedat HR Digest platform, and today happens to be episode 125. Wow. I want you to celebrate Sedat because Sedat has done too well with us. So, for the next 1 hour, you would have to stuck with me. Please don't leave as we discuss a very, very important topic. So, good afternoon, beautiful people of Accra and beyond. I am Felicia Aye, and this afternoon I am going to be your host. So, um, today we are diving deep into a topic I know you and many others whisper about, but few boldly addresses it. What is this topic? Employee burnout. Employee burnout. So, um, we are looking at overcoming employee burnout because surviving the 95, you know what I mean, shouldn't feel like climbing Mount Everest with no shoes. No, no, that is not what we want it to feel like. After 95 in the office, you should come out and feel okay. Right. So that is why we are here. And as always, this session is powered by Sedat Consult Limited, your trusted HR partner. So please grab your notebooks, your tea, or your therapy cards because this is about to get real. So, I am just the host, but the wonderful person who is going to help us to know what we can do, give us all the nitty gritties into employee burnout and how to overcome it and all of that needs to be introduced. So, help me welcome this wonderful woman. But let me tell you a little bit about her. Maybe you have not had the opportunity of meeting her like I have. She is a highly trained HR professional with over 16 years of experience in the practice of managing a broad spectrum of human resources programs, services, and functions. She possesses a strong command on performance management, employee laws, recruitment and selection, benefit plans, training and development, and compliance issues. She has significant experience managing various HR assignments for public sector organizations, NGOs, telecommunication, financial, national shipping, and multinational companies. Are you listening? That's not all. Oh. She holds an MBA in Human Resource Management from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GEMPA. She also has a BA in English and French from the University of Cape Coast. In 2017, she was certified as a global HR professional after passing her SPHRI from HRCI. HR Focus also judged her as one of the top 40 HR professionals in Ghana in the same year. Oof, smooth. She also holds an LLB from GEMPA and an LLM in labor law from the University of Ghana Law School. She is a member of SHRM, a global HR forum, ACHR Ghana, and a fellow at CIHRP Ghana. She is a facilitator of HR courses at the HR Facilitation Center and the Chartered Institute of Human Resources Managers, that is CIHRM Ghana. She was adjudged the HR Personality of the Year by the HRCC in 2023. That is just 2 years ago. Would you want to know some of her achievements? Let me tell you just a few of them. I can't say it all. People management, setting up HR departments to drive the people agenda of business. That's NGO, media, and shipping. Succession planning in a shipping company, HR audit for the Public Services Commission, job analysis and job evaluation for a bank, remuneration survey and reporting for a telecom company and a life insurance company, executive recruitment for banks and telecommunication company, staff fit for executive head of operations and treasury unit for a bank, HR career development for individuals, conducted training in performance management, essence of HR in an organization, training adults, professionalism, work-life balance, personal effectiveness, office and email etiquette. The 2021 team leader, effective supervision, recruitment, and selection for non-HR management. Because of time, let me just leave you here. This is just but a little about this woman. And I happen to have been her student before at HR Certification Center. And who am I talking about this afternoon? If you have ever had the opportunity to listen to her or sit under any of her lectures or facilitations, then you will know that we are honored this afternoon to have her join us. I'm talking about no other person than our own Madam, and she is a Mrs. Yvonne Redu Akpabli. And I know she loves to be called Adia Penna. I know her. I
Oh
know.
my dear.
Yes.
Edina Wabo Nubiniache. You grow old. You
Thank
live
you.
your full years on earth for mentioning that name.
Amen. Oh, amen. 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 Amen.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
great to
Madam
have you
Yvonne.
on here.
Yes, it's an honor
Hmm.
to have you. We don't take this lightly. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, good to
Okay,
know.
Madam, how are you really doing today? Let's know. I know
We
you are
are going
looking.
to talk about burnout. Thank you. And it's one of the salient mental issues that affect employees. It sometimes, yes, affects people domestically, like in the house. Some pastors also face it. But today we want to see how it affects people at work and what can be done to overcome them. Yeah, so that's what
Wow.
we are going to share today. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, I just love the introduction you just gave because sometimes when we hear burnout, we are only talking employees, but it just goes beyond the workplace. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
it
So
does.
then,
It does.
let's start from the top. Has burnout really evolved, or are we just giving stress a fancy new name? I mean, most of the times you hear people say,
No.
yes,
I like the fact that you said, are we giving it a fancy new name?
yeah,
Burnout has been there. You see, most of these mental issues like depression and even schizophrenia and burnout is usually silent, just like postpartum depression. And sometimes you mention it, and especially on this side of the world, it's like, now wait, so yeah, is this to a disease? Is this to a condition? But it's affecting people. Burnout is a chronic physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion. Okay, and it is caused by prolonged stress. And when we say stress, people only think of the physical, the hard work. So when your work is like you are a finance person, an HR, they are wondering what stress at all are you talking about? Because you are just sitting by the machine and you are working. Somebody should talk about stress. We should talk about the driver, the person at the manufacturing floor, the engineer who is fixing things. No, but burnout goes beyond the physical. It
right,
can be caused by emotional depletion as well. where you feel emotionally drained. This part is caused a lot by managers and colleagues at work. When you have a manager that when you are going to work, you have to be caboring and cajoring on the way, leko bre seke be, because you are going to meet a manager, your manager. And then the Muslims will be reading the tasbah, asking for
Oh gosh.
favor from God, and then sometimes too is your colleagues, their attitude at the workplace, in the office, can
Mm,
emotionally drain you when they take your work and own up as if it is theirs. When they are chatting and you enter, they suddenly stop and you
right.
wonder, when are they stopping? What is it? Where your performance is either not up to the level required and you've not been given adequate feedback to work on them, where there's so much negativity in the office place. Okay, all of
Ye-
this can come together to give you burnout. And most of the time, we forget one thing: the employee you see in the office is the whole community. If you
Oh,
take me, I'm coming to work, you think you are dealing with Yvonne. You are dealing with my husband, my 4 children, my six, no, we are eight siblings. Okay, you are dealing with my church. Whatever
right.
happens in these constituencies have an impact on me. And
Mm,
then when I come to work, you also dump yours on me.
right.
So even though the office, you may say that is just the office, we have to have these dimensions of the individuals at the back of our mind so that we don't increase the burnout that we are facing. And in fact, the WHO, that's World Health Organization, it classifies burnout as an occupational phenomenon or hazard. Okay, it classifies it as that, not a medical condition, but it is one of the conditions caused by unmanaged stress at work. And based on that,
Right.
somebody can even sue you, the company. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow. You see the way I'm just looking and listening attentively because I'm getting a lot from what you're saying. And it's profound when you said, I mean, using your home, your
Mm-hmm,
family, and your
mm-hmm.
church, all of those people come into play. You have a life outside office. There are things you are
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah,
through
yeah,
for
yeah.
lives, and then you come to the office and they want it to look like your life is all just about the work you are doing. It can be difficult to handle. Too difficult. Thank you so much for that
You're
insight. So I don't even know if I am facing burnout. How am I even supposed to know that what I'm going through is actually burnout at play? What are those subtle red flags that I don't even know for me to know that, hey, this is burnout calling, so maybe I need to take it easy or something like that. Please, can you help?
so, like the definition said, um, chronic chronic means it's repetitive, it's continuous, it keeps happening. Mental,
Right.
physical, and the emotional exhaustion. So
Mm,
you find out that you are tired. At the end of the day, you are tired. And it's more serious when you can't remember what exactly you did to cause the tiredness. Sometimes you can easily know that, oh, because we were working on the performance management forms, the appraisal forms, that's why I'm
mm,
tired. Oh, we are tired because
right.
the auditors came around. But this time, you can't really tell what is causing your tiredness, and it is continuous. You are getting up in the morning, you are already tired. You come in the evening, you bring it home again, and then it's there. You realize too that waking up it's a huge task for you in the morning. When the
Mm-hmm.
alarm rings, you just shut it down to give yourself 5 minutes, and you know that 5 minutes can take you from Accra to Kintampo. Yes, and then you are like, you wake up and, oh dear, you are not meeting deadlines, and it becomes a chronic thing in the office. Okay. So, and then with the emotional, you realize you are drained. You don't feel like contributing at meetings. They give
Mm,
you documents to read to give insight. You don't feel like even reading it and give. So you just scan through. These days, people would put it inside Chat GPT to give them
ChatGPT.
10 bullet points. Then they will just go and say it without any understanding or insight into it, and they don't give a damn if you even blast them at the meeting that you
Okay.
didn't do a good work. With the emotional aspect too, you realize that you easily get sometimes is the extremes. You easily get angry or frustrated certain small issues, because remember you have built up something. There's a tension. There's this proverb in tree in so
Fire control.
when the frog is too full with water, it would make a sound, for want of
Vomit.
better word.
Yeah.
So this person is like piling up all these issues. Then one day they erupt. So you are frustrated, you are angry, you are desperate. Sometimes when you don't understand what you are going through, you think it is some evil spirit or the environment, so you want to change job. So typically when my career clients come to me that they want to change job, I have to check, is it burnout that is pushing you away? If it is
Mm-hmm.
burnout, let's work on it, because
Right.
if you are going because of that, whatever caused it, if you go and face it in the new company, it will come again.
Yeah.
Then there's the work related one, where you will notice that certain results you used to give and give easily, now you are not able to give the results, you are not able to meet deadline, your time management has become so poor, you are late to work, late to deliver. And even when you deliver, you realize the result is not the typical you. You are always rushing to finish something just to present something, because you
Right.
think you have too much to do. Then you procrastinate. Ochinameye, I'll do it tomorrow. When you procrastinate a lot, it's a sign that burnout is coming in. And then you realize too that they suddenly don't care about how they look from head to toe. This
Wow.
is where sometimes you get somebody suddenly having body odor, suddenly having halitosis, house odor. The nails, some are chapped, some are painted, they don't care. The shoe is not polished, one is not, they don't care. These are all signs of burnout. And in some extreme cases, the person would vent out on the manager, where you find them either insulting or being a bit violent towards their manager. As for the team, it will be normal. But when it goes to the manager, then you realize that it's getting to another level of a mental disorder that you need to deal with. Yeah. Yeah.
Whew. This is a lot. In fact, as you were talking, I was trying to put myself in the picture to see whether I've been burnout. I've been experiencing burnout lately.
It
I think
comes and goes, you know, but
comes
when
and
it's
goes. Yeah.
prolonged, then you have to work on it. And the beauty of it is that once you notice that is happening, it doesn't mean the end of the world. There are ways to overcome it. I'm sure we'll discuss it as we go along. The most important aspect is to know that this is not me. This is not me. Where you realize that you miss deadlines. Sometimes you even forget it.
Wow.
Okay. And then you miss up, let's say you have a meeting on 20th, then you go there on 18th. And then
Mm-hmm.
later you check the letter and realize, oh, it's not today, because it reduces your attention to detail. The mind
Right.
is clogged up, you know, there's so much going up there. And when you also feel overwhelmed on top, you worsen the case of the burnout. Yeah. And they
Woo.
give excuses a lot. Some too will blame. It's not me, it's
Uh-huh.
Yvonne. It's not me, it's my manager. I sent it to her. She's supposed to have sent it to you. Instead of following up, you sent it and that's it, because you feel you have too much to do already. You don't want to add this one to it. And then the last one is the mistakes. You start making a lot of errors. Yes, some mistakes that will cost you sometimes even your job, and you will think it's witches. It is not witches or wizards, it's burnout. That is not being
Wow.
managed well. Yeah.
I think understanding this now. I've been a victim of it where I had to leave that workplace to find another job.
Mm-hmm.
And right now,
Yeah.
I'm putting the pieces together and I'm realizing that so that was burnout.
Yes.
That was
And the
actually burnout.
emotional part is where there's also the issue of boredom. And that's where managers and HR people also must come in, where I'm doing the same job over and over and over. 4 years, 5 years is the same, nothing changes. There are
Same.
some jobs like that. For example, the front office person. What are you going to change about it? It's the same, receiving visitors and calls. So there are things you do for such people, because when the boredom also sets in, it brings along the issues of burnout. So for such people, we say change their environment, change the pictures, the artwork, the flower pots, give them some sense of newness. Or within every year, let them work in a department for 1 week and come back. Okay, so that they realize that, Charlie, this is what is happening to me. It's not like something is wrong. Because for some of the jobs, you can't help it. The person will be bored because of the nature of it. There is nothing you can do. Yes, but if you put in some of these measures, it helps to reduce the burnout effect. Yeah.
Wow. Please, if you are just joining us, this is HR Digest, and then we are talking on overcoming employee burnout. Madam Yvonne Redu Akabli, aka Adiafena, is our guest today, and she is doing justice to the topic. Please, if you know a colleague who hasn't joined or you did not share the link, please do. You need, if there is a gift you can give to somebody this special Sunday, this is the best gift ever. Share the link, let somebody come and learn so that they will be on top of this, because this is something that all of us goes through and we need to know how to overcome it. So Madam Yvonne, I want to ask, is it possible that a child notices this red flags and then they overlook it before
You see, this
the team start plotting their escape? Burnout, is HR able to detect?
These are the things that make people put so much burden on HR. HR can notice it for the HR team easily. The
Oh,
person's manager has that responsibility. HR puts in processes, procedures, systems to enable these managers do these things. For example, if I have a team of 400, I'm talking a company, okay, scattered in
yes,
just two regions, for example, how can HR know what is wrong with all of them? It's impossible.
true.
So it's the manager. The manager has that responsibility. And it starts by one, knowing your people beyond work. What does this mean? I come to work as Yvonne. I am your HR officer, but I am married. You don't even know the number of children I have, their ages, where they are. You don't know. You don't even know my husband's state or status. You don't know where I stay. So let's say I stay at, let me use my Alajo days. I stay at Alajo behind the big gutter. It has rained and flooded my house. Okay. Part of the
Yeah.
street has been washed away. So I can't even come to work. And then you keep calling me on the next morning because of a report that I have to deliver. When you called, you didn't even ask Yvonne, how are you? How was the rain? Because you don't even know where I stay. Okay, and then give you my scenario, and
Right.
my friend, the report has to go. I don't care how you get it done. My laptop has been washed by the rain. So managers need to know people. When you know people, my dear, you will easily realize that today the face looks different. Yvonne, are you okay? And I always doff my hat off for my boss, Kojo Adai Mensah. This man will come to your office and tell. I'm very good at pretending. I think I should have been an actress in the office, because I believe I don't have to bring my burden to work. So I'm very good at putting up. I mean, you are HR, you have to be lively, and and you would still notice that something is not right. And I'll tell you, I'm
Right.
fine. Say, no, you are not. So there are times he will call me to his office and try to tease it out. That what exactly is it? Tell me, I can help. And I remember one time I wasn't really willing to open up. He just started telling me about his own life and some of the challenges. I had to
Wow.
open up. Trust me, he gave me a solution. I use that solution now as part of my marriage counseling work I do. You get it? So
Wow.
it's the manager. Know the people. Know the people. HR can put in all the beautiful measures like what I shared on the front desk person, changing the artwork and the position of the desk and the flower pot. HR can have all these extracurricular activities in place. You
Mm-hmm.
do it, the staff is not coming. The manager is even making a comment. HR crowd, because they don't see the essence. Are we coming to
Yeah.
play here? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but all those
Yeah.
things help to take off the burdens. HR can
Right.
put that there, but it is the manager. You need to have that primary responsibility for your people. And
Right.
it comes back to this issue of managers not understanding that the team is helping you to deliver. You've been asked to bake a cake, for want of a better example, and you are using your team to bake the cake and send to the MD. So why
See?
don't you get to know these people and their strengths and weaknesses? Because you might think Yvonne is good at creaming cake. My dear, I only know how to eat it. That is all I know. So the one you will give me to do is maybe when it is ready, I should taste and see whether it is good. But you don't know and you give
Right.
me, you won't get cake, you will get tart. Now, after
Mm.
you've known my strengths and weaknesses, the next level is how do you motivate me so that I do what you want me to do? It is not HR, it's you, the manager. And when you know the team, you will know that Yvonne likes kenke and fish. So if you do kenke party for her, she is game. But Kwamina likes anwamu party. Yvonne
Mm-hmm.
likes flexible work. She wants to come to work at 9 and close at 6. Kwamina wants to work from home, but you don't
Mm-hmm.
know. And then because the policy is there, you just administer. When you know these people as individuals, and COVID came to teach us this, that these workers are people made up of physical and emotional needs. So if you
Right.
understand them beyond the work, you can easily identify when these issues come up. If, for example, back to the 400 staff, this branch is in Takrade, I'm in Accra. A Takrade branch staff is having all the burnout issues I mentioned. Okay.
Right.
How would I know from where I am? How would I know? And if you get the typical Ghanaian, we don't talk, we don't speak up. Gen Zs are
That's
really helping us. They will speak up, but the typical Ghanaian Gen X, Gen Y, we stomach things ourselves. Okay. And when the person is close to 60 years, me na me nkɔ kana yɛyi medi. Let me keep quiet and retire quietly.
right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my
But it is the
patron.
manager. Thank you. The manager will know that
Hmm.
Yvonne is making a lot of mistakes. Yvonne is not meeting deadlines. Yvonne is complaining too much lately. Yvonne's dressing has changed. If then you put two and two together and you know what is wrong. This brings me back to the HR issue you raised. HR needs to train these managers to understand
Sure.
what is burnout. HR needs to help the managers, give them ways and means to help the team members overcome burnout that is within the confines of policy and the law. Yes, HR can observe, HR can scan the environment, but you are not God. You can't see everything. Equip the managers
Right.
to do this and you are fine. And then also request the managers to be giving you a report of these issues so you understand that okay, for quarter one we had two cases of burnout. What have we done about them? What are the changes we are observing? How do we prevent it? So that if it's the same person in quarter two, quarter three, then you know that it is going beyond burnout to something else, which will force you to
Mm.
now delve deeper with the manager to find out what is causing this burnout. And then you can solve it. So the biggest of the work is on the manager, not the HR.
This is the manager. This is priceless. Even I'll come back again on the manager part, the role the manager needs to play in all of these burnout issues. But before that, we would want to take a break. And then when we are back, we will dive more into it. So please, dear audience, if you are joining us from YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you are joining us from, please let's know that you are with us. You can leave in comments, questions, whatever, and then we would definitely attend to it. Madam Yvonne is here for you, and then she's here to do justice. I see I see that Atsu Kwamina Emi Saata, SPHRI, from LinkedIn is saying that he's joining us from Lashibi. I am already enjoying the session. My favorite lecturer right there. Thank you, Yvonne, for sharing. So that is from Ato Kwamina. And then Salamatu is also watching us from Kumasi. And she's saying, good evening. Frank Ahinkra is joining us from USA. And Salamatu is saying that always good to listen to Abia Pena. So
Oh,
hat out for you, ma'am. All right, so quickly let's take some short break, and then when we are back, we will continue from there. So let's talk about some happenings that. Okay, so the I don't know if you have heard so far there is a 3 days workshop for HR professionals coming your way. So HR professionals here, please let me see you. Let me see your shout. Right. So it is
let me see
down.
your shouting.
Let me see your shout. So that consult is bringing you a beautiful 3 days workshop, and it's titled Using Analytics to Measure HR's Contribution. And this is from the 29th to 31st of July 2025, and it's at 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. for each of these dates. Where is this happening? This is happening at the Sedat conference room, Namiche, Accra. And then I know the part you are really, really, really much interested in is the rate. It is a cool chop, 3,600. And this 3,600 is for the whole 3 days that you are going to be with the facilitators of this program. And then the 3,600 is not just for you attending or the cost of the program. It comes with uh, tools, templates, lunch, and then a certificate. So, would you want to register? Would you want to be a part of this? There is a link to click on and then register yourself. But that notwithstanding, there is a number to call or WhatsApp, and the number is 059 059 So please, if you are interested in this big opportunity, please do well. And then there is even from there is another number you can call on WhatsApp, 0244629245. And then when you do, you are going to get registered for this. I'm sure you were asking who are going to facilitate this, who is going to facilitate this. Right. So the host is going to be the boss herself, the Sedat consult boss. That is Mrs. Patricia Abenakisi, the HR consultant and CEO of Sedat Consult Limited. And our facilitator is going to be Issa. Eric Issa, and he is an expert in Microsoft Office, and then data analysis and data visualization. And then he's also a corporate trainer in HR analytics. So you have the right people giving you the right things you need for you to be able to go home well vested in this area. So please, using analytics to measure HR's contribution is coming off 29th of this month to 29th of July to 31st of July. Sorry. So please make a date with Sedat HR consult and then be part of this. Let me give you or something you will need, then we'll go back and then be with Yvonne. So there is a Kumasi edition. There is the Kumasi edition. Kumasi people, are you with me? Salamatu. I know you are joining us from Kumasi. So there is the building a competitive grading system and salary structure. This is a 2-day practical compensation and benefit management workshop for HR professionals, finance professionals, union executive, line management, and CEOs. So please, this is a cool job and it is a very important something that you need to be part of. It is still being hosted by Madame Patricia Abenakisi herself, the HR consultant and CEO of Sedat HR Consult. And then this is going to be facilitated by Kojo Vanes, and then he is a compensation benefits specialist. So please, I'm asking that you join this one. If you are in Kumasi, this one will be the 3rd to 4th of July. It's 2 days, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. each day. So how much is this going for? The rate is a cool 2,200, and this includes all taxes, free snacks, lunch, stationery, certificates, and e-slides. All of these comes to be part of the 2,200 that you are going to pay. So for more on this, call 0540 or you could WhatsApp the number 0540 Now, let's get back to business. I know you can't wait to have more on this. So we are going right back and then we are going to continue with the topic for discussion today. So thank you so much for not leaving me and thank you for inviting other people to join the show. So going on. Okay, so welcome back so much. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with us and not leaving us hanging. You know, the topic is very interesting. You can learn and then go and then teach who couldn't join. Yeah. So please, madam, I was actually still on the manager's role in all of this. I just want to let us shake the leadership table a little. The
Mm-hmm.
leadership table, I think it really needs to be shaped because I'm thinking, does burning out troop in the name of KPIs? Is it possible? Some, yes, some KPIs are maybe too much so that it gets the employee overworked, and then by the time you realize people are actually knocking, or burnout is actually knocking on the door of people and they are opening without even knowing that it's burnout they are opening to enter into their home. So is it possible? Is that
So for managers, it's still back to the first point I mentioned, knowing the
mm,
people beyond work. For KPIs, you and I know KPIs don't come from the air. It comes from the business's strategy and goal for the year. So if we've been asked to bring in a revenue of 40,000 and you are in sales, you have to bring it. Nobody is going to bring the money. We have to
mm,
share. But if I know my team members very well, I will know that I have to give Yvonne 10%. I have to give Kweku 20% because he has better strength there, he has better skills, he has better capacity, his family situation will allow him to go to a certain length to bring in the sales and all of that. So in sharing this, the KPIs itself, to the team, because you know your team and their strengths and weaknesses. You share it accordingly. That does not mean that if somebody is weak, you keep giving them lesser things to do, but you raise them with a certain expectation, not so high, because if they don't achieve their objectives, you also cannot achieve yours. Back to the cake story. Okay, so managers need to, it's a key part of it. Sometimes when I hear managers saying we are here to work, not to babysit, I just know that you are in the wrong profession. You can't manage a team if that's your mindset. Yes, because you are managing human beings. You need to know them. I'm not saying get to know what beer I drank on Saturday night when I went out and who I danced with. No, but get to know me, that I am single. I am, even if I'm single, you should know whether I'm actively searching or I've given up on love. So you know how to share. Yes, because if I'm actively searching, you can't give me an assignment on Friday that will take me beyond 5 p.m. You'll be bringing in burnout because I have a date. You should know it's Friday night. But if I'm not actively searching, I mean, young Kwankwan, you can give me anything. I'm home. I'll be Netflixing and working.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So first and foremost, managers must monitor this. The first one is knowing your people. The second one is monitoring the workload. The work you've given them, are you monitoring to check? Because if they have been trained by HR to know the symptoms and how it manifests. You can easily know it when the person is not meeting the deadline. For example, you have structured your team such that um, every Monday we meet to look at what we did last week and what we will do this week. And then every Monday, first Monday, I come with excuses, no deliverables. Second Monday, no deliverables. Immediately, you should pick it up. Something is happening to Yvonne. After the meeting, you call me alone to find out what is happening. How can I help you? And managers should approach this with empathy, not accusatory. You are not coming to tell me I'm a bad worker. You are coming to find out, why am I not achieving? Is there something I can do to help you? If it is office related, fine. If it is not, is Yvonne willing to allow you to enter her space to help
Good.
her to deal with the
Good.
issue? Okay.
Good.
And I can allow you into my space if you've allowed me into yours before. And that's where I said my manager had to tell me his own challenges before I was
Ah.
able to open up. It's a two-way street. You can't know me and I don't know you. I should know where my
True.
manager is, what my manager does. Yeah. And so you need to monitor the work and the workload. And sometimes this will mean rotating the assignments. Okay. If you understand your team very well, there are certain assignments you won't give your staff who have little children. There are certain assignments you won't give your staff who just got married. You will not, because you understand the exigencies of those situations. So you even rotate it. Yes, you used to do this before you had your baby. Now with the baby, I want this person to start handling this task and you handle this for in the name of deliverable, because I also need your result to go and show to the MD or my manager that I'm working. So
Great.
monitoring is very, very important. And it's not just monitoring to check whether 4 boxes were done or 3 boxes were done, but how it was done. What were the challenges? What were the lessons learned? What support do you need from me? What support do you need from HR? And for the managers listening, don't just collect this information and sit. When they tell you the support they need, please, the ones you can do it for them. Because when I tell you the support I need and I don't keep getting it, after some time, I'll keep quiet because there's no
True.
use. Yes.
Very
So
true.
it's important
Very
that
true.
when they tell you, you do. And then encourage time off as managers. I had one manager, he used to do something, Hariado. Then I was working with World Vision in the Triple Prasu ADP. There are times he will just switch off the main switch. He will switch it off, light off. Everybody go home. If you won't go home, you can't work because we've been working. He sees we are tired. He says, "Stop, break, go home." Nobody is minding him, so he will switch it
Oh
off and
wow.
tell the security, "If anyone switches it on, let me know." Then he will go. He will leave the place. You can't stay there. First of all, we were very far from town. So if you miss the car, you are going to do a lot of walking. So it will
Mm.
force you to stop and then have that break. So managers should also encourage time off. And here I'm not talking of the daily sporadic ones like what my boss Hariado used to do. I'm talking about encouraging people to go on leave.
On
And when
leave.
they go on leave, let them rest. Some people behave as if without them the company will collapse. And I have to be very blunt and my dear penna self and ask them, if you die, do you think the company will stop? No.
Let them.
As HR, I will look for your replacement before I even come to your family to ask them when is the 1 week.
True,
So,
true,
my dear, take your leave and go off. I take my leave and I go to my village. My village, the reception is now that is improving, but formerly it was only my grandma's house that the reception is there. So until I go there, you won't get me. And it's one
right.
side of the wall. You get it. Go on leave. Encourage your people to go on leave. If you see they are not going, do a roster and force them to. Once again, I'll give the example of World Vision. We had 10 days blocked for everybody. So that 10 days, only the security and the admin officer will be in the office. Everybody is on leave. So
Mm.
the project principals and beneficiaries, they won't even come because when they come, they are not seeing anybody to help them because
Mm.
everybody is good. Yes, the admin will only take your information and tell you they are on leave. They will come back this date. That's it. And we did it over and over, and they all got to know that at this time, nobody is there. And it was good because when I'm on leave and you are not on leave, there's something you are doing that you need me, which will force you to call me. But now we are all on leave. So what are you doing that is making you call me? So these are some of the things managers should do to force people to take their leave. And then the break. I did a little research, and that was late last year, and realized that
Mm.
in Ghana, only about 20% of people in private companies take the 1 hour break.
It's true.
Most of them don't finish it. They just take their food and they are back at work. Some will be
True.
eating and working. Those who don't have their lunch at their office where you have to go to the canteen, the food is by them, they are eating and working. And it's not good. Let people take that break. Even if it is 30 minutes, let them be off, eat, chat, release tension, and then come back and sit. Okay. So the
Hmm.
break is important. And then the managers should also provide supportive culture or environment. This starts by helping people to open up.
Right.
We say there's team meeting, but there should also be one-on-ones. And this one-on-ones should not always be, well, how much have you done out of your KPI? What are the challenges? What challenges are you facing? Blah blah. No, just chat with the person. How are you doing? How's your husband? How are the kids? So the third one, where is he now? Wow, he's in JHS. Oh, that's wonderful. So he'll be writing, which schools is he? For all you know, you can even help him to gain admission in your alma mater,
You
to
see?
give me less headache and take me off burnout. Let's talk. Then I also chat with you because you don't know who I also know. You may be manager, maybe
Right.
some small girl down there. Oh. But my father is the general overseer of Royal House Chapel. He has the links. You don't know. You get it. So that the check-ins just to check up on the people. And it's always great to do it on Mondays, for example. Hello, hi, you're back. How was the weekend? And then you share what you did. My boss does that. Will tell you I went on a hike at Ebri Mountains and I did a lot of washing. I had to, and then it forces me to also share what I did.
Right.
We are getting to know each other better.
So, not to cut you short, but the next thing I was going to ask you, I think you've already started, so let me come in. Because
Mm.
from your profile and everything, you are one person with multiple hats. I mean, you are carrying a whole lot. So how do
Mhm.
you stay sane yourself? Please don't say it's Kelly. We
I'll come. I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
yes,
And
because
then apart from the managers to HR can also help. Ahinkra, Mr. Nkra has put one there, the employee assistance programs to help
Mm.
people with
True.
psychological support, emotional support. You can also do surveys, anonymous surveys. Okay.
Mm.
And then one thing I've also observed is cleaning through the staff data. Okay, I've joined a company. I've been there for almost 5 years. I went when people were single, people who are of marriage age. Okay, and they are still single. I need to find out what is the problem. Is it the jobs requirements that's not allowing you to go out there? Is it that you are not interested anymore? And I have great ways of getting this information. When I know you are not actively searching and it is not the job situation, I back off and allow you to be. But some of them will open up and tell you, Auntie Yvonne, please pray with me. These are my issues, this because it would affect their work
Mm.
and gradually push them into the burnout. So the anonymous surveys and going through their staff data, the ones they've given you, would also know the person got married maybe 3 years ago. You are not seeing any sign of children. And we are in Ghana, my friend. Let's not kid ourselves. You need to find out what the problem is, and you can help the person. Okay, help
Right.
the person. Then the manager should also recognize efforts. In fact, the WHO recognizes that this is one of the things that breeds burnout. When people are giving their best and you don't recognize their contribution, you don't see their value, or you
Mm.
even bypass them and give it to someone else, it increases burnout. So you need to. And then let them know there are resources in place to help them.
Okay.
Data Bank had, I don't know whether it's still there. I've been out there for quite some time. But
Mm.
we had an EAP program where if staff had any psychological or mental problem, we had very qualified psychiatrists we would recommend you to, and it was anonymous. And they go and they get help. When it is legal, we had a legal team to help you. And so you go there and find people working there 10 years, 8 years. And why? They are happy, they are satisfied, and they give off their best. Okay. They give off their best. Yeah.
I don't know, but with the case of when you realize that an employee needs a psychological help and you would want to offer that, how do you go about? Because somebody might think that, are you trying to say that I'm mentally ill? Are you trying to say I'm insane? This part of the world, we don't really understand some of these
Mental
things.
health. Yeah. It
As
comes back to the education. Okay. It comes back to the education. And once again, I'll use data bank. We had a session with Dr. Amfojo, and I like the way he started. He said everybody has an iota of madness. It is what is waiting for the madness to be exposed is the trigger.
mm,
Have you seen people so angry that even their pastor is there and they are misbehaving? They are so angry.
right.
It's a type of madness.
I've
Okay.
actually seen a
Or
pastor lose it like that.
uh-huh. Yes. What happened at the Parliament House with those people scattering tables and all? Is this
Mhm.
the iota of madness that was showing up? Okay.
Right.
And the education also teaches how to address it, the choices of words to use. Okay. I have observed it's better than saying people are saying they've told me that. Who told you? Then it means my issue has been gossiped.
Right.
Oh, really?
It's the
Uh-huh.
worst. Mm.
Yes. And if I have observed, where are you sitting that makes you observe? And it comes
Mhm.
back to the 400 staff issue. I'm in Takrade, you are in Accra. How did you observe? But if it is
Mm.
my manager, proximity is key. He is closer to me, he has observed, I will accept it. So the coming in to support, the education is key, training is key. And it is not just training, you need the right person. And I'll recommend Dr. Mfojo any day because
Wow.
he deals a lot with these work-related mental issues. Yes, depression, burnout, marital blues, postpartum depression, all of that. And he will do a wonderful job for you. And it is anonymous. So even where staff think you don't take care of them, the one who came to report or you observed and you assisted knows. And sometimes they will spread the news for you that care is given if you open up. you will get the support you need. Yeah.
Great. So I think Frank Ahinkra is asking a very important question after he
Mm,
added up on creating employee assistance programs. He's asking that what can
mm,
managers do to know their subordinates, yet not seen as invading privacy or entering people's personal space? Because sometimes that thing, when you try
mm,
as an HR professional, a manager, MD, you try to pry a little, and then they make you feel like, no, 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 you are going to that's my personal life. I don't want to. But you need
mm.
to know to also help them. How do you do it without them feeling this way?
Okay, these days it's easy. Social media is my first go-to place. I'll go on your handles, I'll observe you, I'll get to know what makes you tick, what makes you happy, the issues. And then your own staff data you gave me is also one source. But the one that I've seen helps a lot is when I also open up and then
Mm,
you don't judge. Ghanaians are very moral. So the
mm-hmm,
person is telling you that um, I'm depressed because the man I'm seeing, the wife came to my house to make noise. There, you start preaching. It's not good to go to take somebody's husband. Hey, no, he won't open up again.
mm,
Don't judge, just listen and provide counsel. So don't tell them it's not good and this and that, unless it's a Christian or Muslim environment and you are allowed to do so. But if it is a secular one, my dear, listen. Most managers don't have good listening skills. And when they even listen, they listen to answer
mm,
instead of responding. Yes. So the staff will come with all sort of things. I've had an issue where a staff is saying that she's trying to cause abortion and the thing is giving him some complication. The baby doesn't want to come out. So what should she do? She's not ready for the baby.
wow.
Yes. And the circumstances I can't even say it here because you open your mouth wider. What do?
Yeah,
You don't judge. You
I would
try
have
to give the
preached though.
person's you don't preach. Go to Marie Stopes. They will give you the best treatment and this and that. Then after everything is over, now you do a one-on-one and I will do it outside the office
Okay.
as a friend to find
Mm,
out why did you even get yourself entangled in this situation? What is it? And before you see, you realize that just one word is what the person needs to change. But if
wow.
you don't approach it like that, you shut the person down forever and ever. And even work related issues, they stop opening up to you. And
Mm,
then you should open yourself to them. So if I'm telling you I am married, you should tell me you are also married. If you stay at Konongo, let me know. Then I also tell you I stay at Abokobi. But I'm telling you all this and you don't tell me anything. Sometimes the worst one is that when I tell you I stay at Abokobi, then the manager will say, "Shit, those days when I was also staying at Ebri," making me know that he's faced the worst situation before. So mine is
that's
nothing.
the
Then I
thing.
won't speak again.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Circumstances are different for different people. So
People.
you need to understand. So listening is key, sharing is key. Don't judge. It's one thing we do a lot around here. Don't judge because if you face that same situation, my dear, you will even do worse. So don't judge. Try to understand the person. Then at a great time, and then provide support. Then at a greater opportunity, you can do your preaching. Yes.
Wow, all too soon. Our time is almost up. This is too interesting, and I don't know what audience are saying. Do you want us to end here? Well, just give us a few minutes and let's hear from you. We wouldn't know you are with us if you don't say anything in the comment section. So please
Mhm.
use your comment boxes. Say something. If you have a question, if you have a contribution, it's welcome. Let me
Yeah.
just let's take a quick break and come back. Let me just say one or two things on our sponsors and then some other things you will need, some programs going on that will help you. Some of the things Madam has spoken about. There are so let me talk about this one going on by the HR Digest. We are organizing a very awesome program, and it is I know most of you have heard of it. If you are on the platform with us on the HR Digest, know the Sedat HR platform, you might have seen it. So Sedat HR Digest, soiree, the soiree is coming on. And then,
In August.
oh, you see, Madam just added up. We are looking at 1st August. 1st August, please. Whatever you are doing, please drop it. It's okay. Come and wine and unwine and dine and I mean have fun. We are looking at a network to help us to de-stress and all of that. Are you looking for an opportunity to de-stress? Maybe you are on leave, or maybe if you take leave, you don't even know what you are going to do with it. You can decide to take leave. And then just this one day, it will make up for all the waves of stress and burnout you are experiencing.
Exactly. Exactly.
You are asking me, is it free? Oh, it is this one.
Oh,
It looks
small,
free.
it's small.
It really looks free because you are paying just a token to help us get a venue, keke. This is 200 cities. 200 cities. Per, and then these 200 cities, we are looking at music, karaoke,
Uh-huh.
spoken word,
Uh-huh.
game, like
Uh-huh.
Ubuntu or Ware, Scrabble, etc. And you know what? There is live a band. Oh my
Hi.
god. There is live band. And then I mean, you know us, there is no way there won't be item 13. So this one, some local drinks and some snacks is in one corner. Where is this happening? The British Council Auditorium. And hey, do you want to be part? 059 140 and then 5555. The fives are four. Or 0244 629245. Or you can just leave a message in the chat box. Say, I want to be part of this. How do I pay the money? Who do I pay it to? You will get response and then you can join this wonderful soiree. Adia Pena will be there. You want to meet her in person, please come. I'll be there
I won't
too.
miss that.
Please join us
I
and
won't
let's
miss.
all go and then have this wonderful time together.
Mm,
And then
I won't
lastly,
miss.
you see, I told you, you get to meet her. Lastly, let me talk to you about the Kids Leadership Academy that are developing future leaders today. So I think the last time we spoke about it, and then we've been talking about it, Kids Leadership Academy is here for you, your kids. So for ages between 6 to 19 years, starts this August at Accra. We are looking at critical thinking, public speaking, financial literacy, creativity, digital skills, emotional intelligence, and so much more. It's a weekend classes. There is fee, um, the fee of 10,000 Ghana. Did I say 10,000? Because the thing looks too packed, and then we are taking 1,000. So I almost said
10,000.
10,000. So the fee covers lunch, snacks, and materials. You want to register for your kid to join? Please 0591 405555 or 05599230079. Let's build confidence, smart and responsible young leaders together. Or you can reach out to Sedat Consult. All of these things I've spoken to you about is coming from Sedat Consult. They are here to sort you out and even sorting your kids out as well, helping you not to get burnout. All of this, Sedat is doing for you. Oh, too good, too good. So we have
Mm.
few minutes. You've given us some of your minutes, beautiful people. So let's end this session because you need to know everything about it. And then Maya also, okay. Okay, so I think Frank Ahinkra is okay, we've taken that one. And Nanaya also is saying that I'm enjoying the section. Nanaya, thank you for being with us. And then Sule Husseini says that it is always heart pleasing listening to my mentor, Adia Penna. She's just flowing with nuggets of HR, and I'm learning a lot from the session. Oh, true. She's my mentor as well, not just me. So, so Frank comes back to say that thank you very much, Madam Yvonne. Great education here. I want to be an intern to understudy you. Thank you, said that. Also, somebody is using our platform to make their hey, please come and see us.
Come to the soiree. Come to the
Yeah,
soiree.
you see, please, Frank, be at the soiree, please. You see my face when you come. Let's know you are there. We beg you. And then Sophie Tando says that this is really an insightful session. Thank you, Sedat and Madame Yvonne, for putting this together. And Harriet Andam says, good job. So, Madam,
Oh,
people are loving this.
it's very refreshing to know.
Okay, so ma'am, I think I asked a question, and I think this is the right time. Please, you yourself, like I was saying, you carry a lot of hats, multiple hats. So I know that so far as a human being, burnout will knock at your door. How do you handle it? How are you not getting insane? How do you stay sane yourself? Please, and I'll say, please don't say it's Kelewele and smoothie. I beg.
Oh no, 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 no. It's not.
So please help us. Give us
So
some tips.
first and foremost, you need to know how your life is compartmentalized. And then you prioritize. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a worker, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a Sunday school teacher, all those things. You need to know them. And then you prioritize which ones are more important to you. Of course, as a mother, for me, that is my number one. Then number two is wife, and then the rest flow. Now, based on that, when you have certain tasks to do, you know how to work on it. But that's more on work life balance. Let me come to the burnout issue in the office. I set goals. So at the beginning of the year, when my we have the company goals and I set that of the HR, myself and my team, we break it down into action plans for each month. And then every month we meet. There's a day, we normally meet like a day or two before the new month, where each team member brings to the meeting what you've done. And because we've broken it into actions, names are there, you are just telling us whether you were able to do yours or not. And then the ones you couldn't do, why, and what support can we give. And then we plan the new month. The planning is very important at work. You need to plan your work. That is how you are able to reduce unnecessary conversations and gossip, unnecessary floating to people's offices to check about Chelsea. You watch the match, you listen to the match, you've gone on social media. At the office again, you are going round when your work is there. And when your boss gives you pressure that you've not completed, you have a lot on your head, and then burnout will be setting in. But if you plan your work, it helps. I also do daily plans. So after the monthly plan, we've had a meeting and I know which part I'll be doing. I break it down. If I had come with my diary, you will see that there's a top portion that is in blue pen and a down portion in blue. The down portion are my personal stuff, not office related, which I must do that day. So instead of using the time to go around and gossip and all of that, I have to use it for the personal stuff I'll be doing. That is one. And then the other thing I also do in the office is I take breaks. We have a canteen. I go there to eat. I chat. I chat. And then on most days, when I finish eating, I walk round like that to my office instead of going straight through the elevator just to loosen off the thing and then rest. Sometimes I have to go and buy data or something which is near the office. I'll go myself, I'll walk, which is one of the ways I use to reduce the burden that brings burnout. And then you should also, I also know I'm human. There are
Right.
things I don't know how to do. I can't do it all. So the support system, both in the office and outside. In the office, I have a friend in every department. I'm talking friend, not colleague. A
Mm.
friend in department. Those I can hang out on Friday nights over my 1931. Those I'll hang out for all night service. Those who just talk about my man you wahala and what is happening to us. The fact that times will soon change to put our enemies to shame. And so you have them. So
Yeah.
when I come to an office, when I need something from a department and it is not coming, it's not just the manager I'm going to. I'm going to that my friend to use my friendship. That's the support system to get what I'm looking for so that I don't have the delays and the frustrations. Okay. And then outside the office too, I also have mentors. I have my Dr. Basis, my Salome Odums, Cynthia Maulawe, Patricia of Sedat, that I also go to when I need help. You can't do it alone. You
Mm.
cannot, never ever do it alone. Then I take my leave. When I take my leave, I leave. So I'll send out my out of office response. So
Mm.
when you send an email, you know I'm not there to do it. And so person is the one in charge now. Most managers go on leave. They don't put somebody in charge. That's why they keep calling you back to the office
Mm.
or to do things. I'm off. And like I told you, most of the time when I take my leave, I'm in my village and you won't even get me there. And there, I don't talk work. I am myself, down to earth. Okay, eating and pesi, banchan pesi with
Yeah.
Kobe and Oshay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
And that I am auntie, so people cook for me. I don't cook. Then I release tension small. So take your leave. Yes. And there are days too that I realize I am just tired. I lock my office and I sleep. I set an alarm, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, what we call power nap. I sleep.
Mm.
And then when I wake up, I carry on. There are
Mm.
some days I realize I can't just do anything. I'm just there. I'll take an early leave and go home and rest. It's also part of it. Then also um, take good care of myself. I mean, there's nothing like that helps you deliver than feeling good about yourself. Like, you know how it is when you are well dressed for a wedding, how you feel, even though you are not a bride. You know that feeling. Yes. When you
Right.
take, I take good care of myself. I feel I have that feeling that also drives me to do my work. Yes, to do my work. And I have this thing that it has been something that Dr. Bassi helped me with. Even if you are alive, you may not be needed all the time.
Mm.
So work in such a way that yes, you are valuable, but you are not indispensable. The company can go on without. Before you came, the company was functioning. It may not
Mm-hmm.
have been optimum, but it was still functioning. So
Right.
even as I do my best, I don't treat myself as if without me it won't go on. No, 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 no. It will go on. It will go on. And this means putting certain systems in place. One of them is delegation, delegating certain tasks. You can do it, but you delegate. This year, for example, there's been so many training programs in my office. I think I've done just two. We've trained people who are delivering the training, and I'm there as a participant, also learning. Yes, you
Wow.
can't do it all. You cannot do it all.
Yeah.
And then the last one I would also add is I let my manager know my situation. I am married with four children, two adults, one teenager, one toddler. I stay at Abokobi, one of the villages there, and come to work in Tema. So when it rains heavily and I am late, you understand why I am coming late or why I cannot come. Yes. And then I wake up 5:30, I'm off. So if one Friday I tell you I want to work from home, you understand. I'm tired. Okay. So my manager knows my situation. When I was in school, I made my manager aware I'm reading this course. It starts from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. my manager understands that if you keep me beyond 5 in the office when school is in session, I will not concentrate. It will increase my frustration. So
Oh,
by 4:30, I'm off. But if you don't let them know your situation, it becomes difficult help you. So those are some of the ways I also use to ensure that I don't get burnt out with what I'm doing.
wow.
But when
Wow.
I feel burnt out, I break. I break.
Wow. I'm not seeing people off my screen, but I can tell that people are clapping, and then people have really gotten a
Bless.
lot from you today. This is invaluable, man.
Mm.
We've really learned a lot. We are wrapping up, but in 2 minutes, I just want you to wrap up for us this way. What's one lasting mindset shift you would want every employee and leader to adapt? Just one.
First of all, you need to understand burnout is real. It's not, you said a beautiful word to, at the beginning, you gave some beautiful words. Yes, it's real. And it is not witchcraft. It is not your house people doing you. It's
Mm,
normal. It happens. Sometimes it's bouts. During certain times of the year, you have audits, it will come. You have a new system, it will come. But when you realize it's becoming chronic, even when there's no particular project you are feeling burnt out, you should know you are having the issue and deal with it. Set boundaries, set goals, plan your life, understand your situations, prioritize self care. Okay, in Ghana, sleeping even is seen as a sin,
weakness.
like a weakness. Thank you. On Saturdays, if I'm not going to teach, the earliest I'll wake up is 9 a.m. Yesterday, I woke up at 11.
Mm,
Nobody's. I wake up every day at 5:30 a.m. Like before 5:30, because 5:30 may seem every
okay.
day. So I need to catch up. Yes, matter. And on Fridays before I sleep, I do heavy dinner because meaning say I'm not
Eish.
going to wake up early in the morning. I don't want hunger to wake me up. Okay.
Right.
I also missed one thing. I said that the worker is not just one person. So the spouse, the relationships is important. I have a very supportive spouse. My husband is an amazing guy who understands my situations and helps me a lot. So sometimes Saturday mornings he will tell the kids not to make noise. He will even go on a walk with them so the house is quiet for me to sleep. He won't open the curtains for sunlight to come and wake me up. Yes, so it's also important the persons close to you as far as relationships are concerned because they can also cause burnout for you. You carry house luggage to the office and add office one. That one you will burn to ashes. You will burn. Uh-huh. Yes,
Wow. Wow.
yes. And the self-care is important. I'm not saying care for yourself and damage the work because you need the money to pay your bills. Balance it such that when you have to break, you break. You
Mm,
break. There are times I park my car, I join Trotro, and I realize on such days I read a lot. So
wow.
I'll read and get to a point, sleeping is coming. I close my book and sleep. I get to my bus stop, I get down and go. Yes, it's a bit stressful, but it is much better than driving in and driving out. Yes, yes.
Wow.
So all these things can help us to manage
Hmm.
burnout and then seek help. Seek help.
Uh-huh.
It's not a weakness. Seek help. Okay.
But
When you
some
feel
people
it.
prefer to see a prophet. I mean,
Hmm. I'm a
so
Christian, oh,
seeking help. So I
but
mean,
today my pastor taught me something to buttress this point I've always known that everybody and the skill they give them. Even your pastor, there are some pastors who are not good marriage counselors. Okay, but they are very good at counseling parents to be good parents. Everybody and the skills God gave them. Mine is HR, for example. If you bring accounting, I cannot help. So I'm a prophet, yes, but I may not be called on that side. So we need to understand you going to the imam will not solve your problem. If you see it's burnout, seeking help is one, seeking help from the right source is the
right.
other. It's very important. The right source. Sometimes it could be a colleague. You don't need a doctor or anything. It's a
Mhm.
colleague. Just opening up and you are fine. Yes.
Wow.
Maybe at another time when we are talking about this burnout, I can give you some practical instances where certain unassuming people have helped us to solve some of these problems.
Very true. I have an experience like that.
Uh-huh. Please.
This is to please for the practical ones, the ones she wants to share next time, come to the soiree. Come see her.
Yes, that's the sir. Please come. Oh. Me, my things are ready. I'm just
Ah,
waiting for the day. The last one, I
woo!
had fun. I had fun. So this time, I'm not JJing my home. I'm coming, pa. Mm. Come and let's network.
Chance.
Let's have fun. Let's know each other closer on a personal level. Come. And it's just 200. Just 200.
Oh,
Some of
just
you
200
spend
cities. You can
500
spend it
on
in
Friday
30
night.
minutes. 30 minutes crowd.
You can even come with your better halves. Now I have 400. Then you use it to balance your life, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Please,
Mhm.
for the sorry, we'll be expecting you. Let's come together and then release some stress. It's very important. So, all too soon, we are leaving here. I know we are not satisfied. We want more, but we told we told you it's 1 hour, and you've taken about 20 minutes of your time in addition. So let's allow you go prepare for work tomorrow. And I see Sofitando saying that a part two will be required. Oh, she didn't just say it will be required. She said it will be required. Oh, so that's this is over to you. We want part two of the burnout session. There is a lot we could talk about, but time is not a friend at this point. So we would want to wrap up here. And then, Madame Yvonne, we just want to say thank you for pouring so much wisdom into this space today. Honestly, you've reminded us that burnout isn't weakness, it's a signal we must never ignore. And then to everyone tuned in, if you've ever felt like work was draining the life out of you, remember you are not alone and you are not lazy. You are likely overwhelmed. So please seek help, like Madame said, that from the right sources. And a big thank you to our partner at Sedat Consult Limited and all our viewers. I mean, if we came here and you didn't join us, what would be the essence of us being here? Let's keep championing our workplace where well being isn't a buzzword, it's a culture. Until next time, I'm Felicia Aye, and this has been Sedat HR Digest. Stay hydrated, stay human, and please log off when your shift ends. Shalom.
Thank you. Peace. Ah, okay.